know you both have some clear championship favorites, but you're usually wrong, so I probably shouldn't listen to them.
Well, I have a couple of teams in mind, that's for sure. But it's always dangerous to make predictions
Let's
this
go,
early into the season.
It's not like you. Usually you're making predictions about everything. There's still a lot of time, Brian and Blake. Things can change. There could be a blockbuster trade or a major injury that shifts the balance of power. So sorry, I'm not naming teams.
That's incredibly poor defensive awareness. She's one player you don't want to give up any space to.
Here's the Mystics with the ball. Outside Citron. Pass to Herbert Harrigan. Here's Austin. The three ball gets the three-pointer to fall.
Whenever you're big is passing the rock like Austin, it's a great sign for your squad's ball movement.
Now here's Swish. She's guarded closely. Thornton's shot is good.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Just trading punches from long range.
It's been a heavyweight fight.
Outside, Herbert Harrigan. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Thornton outside. Outside Hayes. Here's Swish. The three-pointer, no good. Pass to Herbert Harrigan. Now Austin. Offensive rebound. And the basket by Iriafen.
She's got a great read on where that miss is going, and that enabled her to be the first player to it and get the putback.
Let's go.
Swish,
Let's
good.
go.
Here in the first with just under 2.5 minutes played so far. 13 feet out. No good that time.
Well, for what's a routine shot, she looked a little nervous on that release, wouldn't you say?
To the middle. Good, and it's Gabby Williams who picks up the assist.
And she's having a quarter, converting at a high percentage.
The Mystics trailing. Well, this is the first season of Valkyries basketball, so what's a realistic goal for this team?
Well, to me, Blake, it's about getting a solid base, an identity, fan base, develop players. I mean, you can't worry too much about wins and losses as an expansion team. Great shooting reflexes from Herbert Harrigan, her team setting her up, and she knocks it down.
Here's Swish. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field, and she's taken only 6 shots.
Her efficient scoring, a nice lift to their offense tonight.
Down low. And the basket by Iriafen. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Up top, Swish. 8 points for her.
8 points.
Pass to Citron. Screen by Austin. And here is Herbert Harrigan. No good on the three. Now here is Hayes. And she's good on the three ball.
Getting great lift on her shot. Hayes can really drain them from three.
Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys.
Pass to Herbert Harrigan. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
On the wing, Kayla Thornton. In the Valkyries, another three.
A solid shooter from downtown. When Thornton gets daylight, he doesn't waste it.
Pass to Herbert Harrigan. Here's Austin. Outside, Herbert Harrigan. Tried to come right back with the three of her own, but it's no good. Takes the three. The shot will not fall. Somehow There's the tight D and gets the layup.
There has not been much defense to speak of yet, has there?
Nope. It's been all offense all the time here early.
Count it.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show she's putting on this quarter.
Outside Citron. Pass to Austin. Screen by Austin. And here's Citron. Here's Iriafin. And the layup is good.
He got caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance point.
They need more effort than that on the boards. That can't happen.
Absolutely.
From D. And the rebound goes to the Mystics.
Should have been in.
There's the steal. Thornton outside. Swish. Good.
He has been
Swishing.
Swishing. Riding that hot hand.
They have not led for a while, and a chance to do so right here.
They'd like to retake the lead here.
Citron for three. The rebound by Thornton. Valkyrie's leading. Pass to Swish. Shakir Austin with the steal. And the Mystics on the break. Outside for Citron. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Offensively, a perfect quarter. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Here's Swish. No good off the back of the rim.
Wow!
Pass to Iriafin. Outside, Herbert Harrigan. That's in. Coming off an assist.
Oh. Here, people,
And the lead goes
bro.
right back over. What a seesaw battle we've got here.
Absolutely. This game's right there for the taking, but neither
Let's
team
go.
can grab
Let's
it.
go.
Somebody's got to take charge.
Let's see how it plays out. Well done to finish that one off.
And one thing teams liked about Kiki Iriafin going into the draft, her athleticism.
Yeah, Kiki was dunking in high school, explosive around the rim. She really improved her all-around game during her college years.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of the last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense, they have to close out quicker.
Here's Williams. Off target from outside.
They haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
She has been anything but her usual self this quarter. It's been ugly.
Bangs home the trifecta.
There's no excuse for leaving a shooter
Trifecta.
like her open beyond the arc. None.
Out to the wing. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Here's Iriafin. Good work defensively by Kayla Thornton. Pass to Swish. Here's Williams. Inside. Here's Swish. She watches it go through the hoop for her 8th make. Now 8 for 14. And here's Citron. Kiki Herbert Harrigan on the wing. Out to the right wing. Now here's Austin. She's guarded by Swish. Shot clock at 3. Over Thornton. And that one's good. Awesome.
That was not my person. Not my person.
Golden State trailing here. Pass to Hayes. There's the 3. In the foul.
Hey, nice. Nice assist.
Well, with such a detailed offensive skill set, Hayes gives defenders a ton of different looks.
Kiki Herbert Harrigan on the wing. Right at the free throw line. And the rebound goes to the Valkyries. To the inside. Here's Hayes. Thornton. Hayes up top. Pass to Thornton. Now here's Swift. And it's Iriafin with the rebound. She's guarded by Hayes. Outside Citron. here is Herbert Harrigan. She tries for three. No good. She missed it. Brings her to 3 for 8 in the game.
Yeah, she's been off her game this quarter. Just hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go down.
And that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Valkyries able to...
Team out the king court. I mean, coach. Why, coach?
She's guarded by Hayes. Pass to Austin. Iriafen. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Yeah, late reaction from the defense. She's always going to convert that.
Here's Swish. And she finishes nicely on the layup.
Come on, coach. For doing this.
Pass to Citron. And here's Austin. Covered by Thornton. It's 2-on-1. Here's Williams. And good. Coming off the assist by Kayla Thornton.
And Thornton is such a smart player. Recognizes overcommitments from the defense and gets it to her open teammates.
Pass to Herbert Harrigan. Iriafen. Now here's Citron. That 3 off the mark.
Even with every shot clanging off the iron, she seems determined to continue hoisting up these threes. But I think it's time to maybe take a step in.
You know, you look at the stats, the assist total, they just jump out at you. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been key.
It's just a different mindset these teams have had.
Six to shoot. Kiki Herbert Harrigan on the lane. The Mystics again can't hit. Golden State with the ball.
For the Washington Mystics, it feels like they're starting a youth movement.
Yeah, they traded Ariel Atkins to Chicago, got the 3rd overall pick. This is a very young roster. They want to build around those 3 top 6 picks they drafted in 2025. But you all see that painted area. It belongs to Shakira Austin. She takes it personal down there.
Thornton outside. 3-pointer. Buries it from 3-point range.
Wow. 4 here in the first half. They're going to need to do something else on defense.
Outside Citron. Pass to Austin. She's guarded by Hayes. Outside Herbert Harrigan. Second chance shot. And the basket by Iriafen.
Well, she's shot a very good percentage today, and her team has needed every last bit of it.
Here's Swish. Makes it.
Let's go, Switch. Swish.
The Mystics really having a tough go here. Pass to Iriafen. Here's Austin. She's guarded by Williams. And that one's good, Austin.
Hard to stop someone of Austin's height from finding the inside shot.
Taken away.
Fuck.
And pushing it up. Here's Washington. Drops in the breakaway layup. Now here is Thornton. Covered by Iriafen. Outside Williams. Connects from 3-point range.
Getting going here in the second quarter, her second 3-pointer of the game.
Outside Herbert Harrigan. Iriafen. Trying her luck from deep. Herbert Harrigan shot is off.
The shot's just not dropping for her today.
Kicks it out to Thornton. Williams. To the paint. Shot clock at 5. Off the mark there with the 3. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. From deep, Iriefin. It's off that time, but shooting well tonight. She's 6 of 8. From 18 feet away, that one a little long. She's guarded by Williams. Here's Herbert Harrigan. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we finished one half of play. Valkyries ahead, leading by 14. And
Like,
join us
subscribe,
right back here
and follow
after the break
for more
the start of the
content.
second half. Welcome back to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the final two quarters. And without question, Swish displaying her skill set today.
All of a sudden, she's become their big assist player. Her passing in the first half was a big key to their offense.
And that's not a role she usually plays, and one I'm not sure she's comfortable in. But look, they've needed her to make some plays today, and she's done it.
Herbert Harrigan. Kiki Herbert Harrigan on the wing. That's good, and it's Kiki Harrigan with the assist.
Come on.
Pounding the offensive glass pays off for them once again.
And second chance points here, they've given them a tremendous
Let's
boost.
go, Swish.
Swish, good.
She's their go-to scorer, and when she shoots the ball like she has today, that is what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Citron, no good.
Still cold from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Here's Swish. And a miss there on the triple.
I'm cold from the triple.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Citron for 3.
Some of the shots she's taken today have been absolute head scratchers. She's out there playing like it's a game of horse, and it's not. Down there in the low post is where you want to create a lot of your offense.
Now a decade in this league, Kayla Thornton gives this team experience.
Flexibility, too. I mean, she's had different roles in the W from starter to bench scorer. But Thornton is a great example for younger players that your game and your role can consistently evolve.
Back to Hayes. On the wing, Kayla Thornton. Here's Swish. Herbert Harrigan grabs the board. Here's the Mystics with the ball. 15-point game. Citron goes in. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Good pass work. The assist was right on target.
Here's Swish. Soft touch off the glass.
That's the third
Fuck
bucket
outta
in a
here,
row
bitch.
from the paint. And I know nobody likes a traffic jam, but this defense needs to clog
Traffic
those
jam.
lanes in the middle.
Yeah, nobody likes the traffic jam. We can agree on that. They can't allow the offense to get those high-quality looks inside.
Thornton outside. Pass to Swish.
Ooh,
Austin with the steal.
damn it. Can't do nothing good.
And they've been looking at a sink offensively.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Iriefin. Good work defensively by Kayla Thornton. Swish. Shoots from the baseline. And it's Iriefin with the rebound.
Too hard. That's what she said. Mm-mm.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. The rebound by Thornton. And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now. I mean, there's more holes in their defense than in a block of Swiss cheese.
Man, he's made me hungry, but that's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were in tight. They've established themselves inside. Where's the cheese?
That's tipped. Swish with it. She's got 26. And it's good. Caught through the contact.
And one,
Hit the
fucker.
shot, and she'll go to the line.
Come
In the
on!
offseason, we had our first WNBA expansion draft since 2008.
Yeah, Golden State adding 11 players from other WNBA teams. I liked what the Valkyries did. They got a mix of young, promising players plus some solid veterans.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense.
Looking at the Mystics, they're coming off of their worst record in over a decade.
Yeah, so they shook up the roster a bit, went younger. They'll lean on their vets to help bring the youth along because this team has a lot of up-and-coming talent that's really exciting.
And Washington has possession, trailing by 19. Citron for 3. Cans it from downtown.
A good look there, and she didn't waste it. Her second 3 of the game.
Here's the Valkyries with the ball. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Hits it from 3-point range.
She is just bombing it today. How many more threes are we going to see from her?
Well, we've already seen a lot. I mean, she's got more points from outside the arc than inside the arc.
Time called here. The Mystics decide to talk it over. Pass to Herbert Harrigan. Here's Iriafin. And so she draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot 2. That one's off.
And for this Valkyries team in their first season, Tim, what do you like about their roster?
I like the experience they added. Kayla Thornton from the expansion draft, Tiffany Hayes as a free agent. Those two will lead this young roster.
Here's Williams. And again, Golden State with the triple.
They've been very sound offensively in the second half.
And there's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they both shot the ball since the break.
And you kind of wonder what was one team talking about in the locker room and what was the other?
Citron shot is good.
She is starting to heat up from outside. That's her second 3 ball of the half.
Here's Swish. Tries it from 16. And the rebound goes to the Mystics. Stolen by Tiffany Hayes. Swish. And she drops in the layup off glass.
Defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And if they don't start showing some aggression, things are just going to get worse.
Pass to Herbert Harrigan. For 3. It's hauled in by Williams.
Wow, this quarter has been ugly for her.
And it's not showing signs of turning around anytime soon. Her touch is all but gone.
Strong work for her at the offensive end, helping them sustain this lead.
Outside Citron.
Screen by Austin. This one for 3. The shot, no good.
Golden State with the ball.
Here's Hayes. And good. Coming off the assist by Kayla Thornton.
The teardrop. Hayes perfecting that shot.
Pass to Herbert Harrigan. Mystics rebound. Citron for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
She's leading the way offensively. Can they ride her back into it?
Time called here. The Valkyries deciding to talk it over.
The Mystics making a switch here.
Golden State with the ball.
Here's Swish. And down it goes. 2 points.
Some defensive breakdowns happening now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these high percentage shot attempts, it's not going to get it done. They need to figure it out.
Area in a screen.
From the arc.
Rebound by Rupert.
They're enjoying a commanding lead.
And you know the best part? It gives them an opportunity to give their starters a rest.
Yeah, they might not have to come back in. Now Laxa looking for her first basket still in this one. And it's a 3-second defensive violation.
And looking at the last couple of WNBA champions, seems like we're in the super team era, fellas.
Yeah, I mean, New York and Las Vegas went with super high-end talent, and they've won the last few titles.
Yeah, take stars taking a little less to play together. That's the big key of it. But if you have 3 of the top 15 or so players, I mean, you have got a great chance to win it all.
Well, most games she can hit from deep, but this game, it's not there for her.
Here's Austin. It's in, and she's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game. And they're making this a runaway.
Yeah, the only question here for us to follow is how big the lead will eventually become.
And Williams gets it to go.
That type of D, it's just not going to cut it. They got to get a hand in her face. Too good of a shooter.
She's guarded by Hayes. Pass to Austin. And here's Laxa. Clock at 6. Herbert Harrigan shot is off.
She is frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, the fact that she can't hit anything from out there.
Can't hit
or the
nothing
fact
from
that
out
she
there,
keeps on
man.
trying to.
Laxa takes the 3, drills the 3-pointer.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Making shit.
Mystics on offense. Fires the 3.
And the rebound goes to the Valkyries.
Up top, Swish. Guarded by Austin. They grab their own miss. Pass to Williams. Swish with it. Austin's there. Here's Swish. And it's Austin with the rebound.
Yeah, she tried to fight her way through traffic and just couldn't do it.
And the 3 ball is good.
Defense was pretty much non-existent there. Can't leave such a good shooter open like that. Come on.
Timeout called here by the Valkyries.
Both teams decide.
Sub me out first.
Substitution on the court.
So it's Washington now. Gets it to go from downtown.
She's really getting it going right now. We know that she got 1 earlier, but she has a 3 in this half.
Pass to Swish. 3-pointer. Yes. And a nice assist from Tiffany Hayes.
I'm sure that's a load off her mind after not hitting a single 3-pointer in the first half.
Here's Herbert Harrigan. Covered by Thornton. Citron for 3. And another 3 for Washington.
Wow, great performance from the Arc here in this second half, right?
Now here's Swish. And she can't answer back the 3-pointer offline. Pass to Austin. Citron. She's guarded by Swish. Can't hit it from 12 feet.
Well, it wasn't a block officially, but it might as well been. She really affected that shot.
Yeah, it was clearly her defense that threw her off there.
Nailed from 3-point land.
No 3-pointers for her in the first half, but the second half, a totally different story.
Pass to Iriafen. The 3-pointer off the mark. Thornton outside. Yes, for basket number 9. She's missed only 2 shots from the floor all night.
And Thornton has the hot hand. She's getting whatever shot she wants and showing
shit.
no let-up.
Herbert Harrigan. And another miss by Washington. Pass to Swish. Yes, and a nice assist from Tiffany Hayes.
Their prowess inside has just been tremendous, guys. It's been no contest on the low block.
And really, Brian, until the defense puts up at least some resistance, they ought to just keep pounding them down low.
Boy, the complexion of this game would be a whole lot different if she had shot the ball anything like she's capable of. That's just great ball movement.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with a purpose. The D has not been able to keep up.
And you look at the growth of the WNBA, incredible numbers all over the board the last few years.
Recently, the league saw highs in viewership and attendance. The WNBA was the fastest growing league brand as well.
It feels like there's been a tipping point reached. The WNBA has a lot of momentum at the moment, and they've done their best to take advantage of it.
And Washington has possession, and they're looking for some kind of spark here.
Yeah, Colstrek offensively, they need a bucket.
Citron shot is good.
Well, after she had a tough first half, it's been a different story since the break.
On the wing, Kayla Thornton. Here's Swish. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And she keep it going. Good. She hits the jumper.
It makes it so easy for your teammate when you can lead her to the rim with a pass like that.
Hayes. Pass to Swish. And out of bounds, the Mystics will take it.
The ball goes to Washington. In for the ball.
People.
Tia Stokes. Liliana Rupert. Cecilia Zanolacini. Veronica.
Here's Citron.
Here's Herbert Harrigan. No good on the triple.
I don't know if she just ran out of gas or what, but she's been awful since the second half started. Got to get recharged.
It's good.
Again and again, they're pounding the defense and creating high percentage looks from close range.
And even under pressure in tight, they've maintained their concentration and converted their opportunities.
Pass to Iriafen. 5 on the clock. Can't get it to fall. Now here's Swish. Guarded closely.
And that's a lot of rebounds for a player who's not the biggest player out there.
Now here's Austin. And another miss by Washington. Here's Swish. Up and in on the layup.
Just the way they wanted, within touching distance of the rim.
And here's Washington.
Last year, the WNBA felt the Caitlin Clark effect. I think we all did. But how would you two describe it?
Incredible. Big games involving Clark selling out NBA arenas easily. Games being moved to accommodate more fans. And there was just constant talk all around about the W.
Yeah, so exciting to be a part of this league. Clark brought in many new fans and re-energized the current fans. Just like she did in college, Caitlin is making a huge impact on basketball.
Here's Iriafen. Well-timed pass and goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Nice pass. She got that ball right into her teammate's shooting pocket, and it yielded great results.
And that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Valkyries able to keep possession.
Pass to Burton. Now Zandalasini. She's guarded by Herbert Harrigan. Here's Swish. The baseline J off the mark. So it's Washington now. Here's Iriafen. Stolen by Swish. Shoots the three. Knocked away.
Is it just me, or does it feel like she's gotten every rebound in this game?
No, it's not just you. And look, a 20-plus rebounding game just isn't something we get to see very often.
We just sit back and enjoy the show.
Absolutely.
And this could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
What a performance it's been.
The tray. The Mystics pull it in.
The mistakes. The mess.
Pass to Iriafen. Citron. And another miss by Washington. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Can't argue with it. Just get the W. Get home.
Swish. Good.
Good ball
Swish.
movement. She put that pass in the ideal spot, and I can guarantee you her teammate appreciated it.
And so we see the Valkyries taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute.